Welcome back, brunchers. Hey. Welcome back to group chat. Group chat over brunch. We are live here at the Cleveland Breakfast Club, located in the beautiful Shaker Square area. When you are looking for that soulful, satisfying brunch, this is the place to be. You want shrimp and grits, chicken and waffles, or that amazing pineapple upside down pancake? This is where you want to be. The energy, the people, the vibe. Come through, y'all. Big love to the Cleveland Breakfast Club. And shout out to Sean Wynn for accepting us into his amazing restaurant for our show here. All right. The table is set for some real talk. Y'all ready now?
Yeah.
Ready? All right. All right, ladies. Toast to our brunchers. That's brunchers with apostrophe S, because this table is yours.
Yes.
Welcome to
Those
your
ladies.
table. Let's raise a glass.
Cheers. Cheers.
Cheers. All right. Here's to women over 40 who are still evolving, still glowing, still growing. And yes, you still got it. Cheers to ladies, to pleasure, confidence, and power in every season of life. So we'll be talking about today, y'all.
Oh,
Sex, baby. Let's talk about you and me. Let's talk about all the good things. All right, y'all.
And intimacy.
intimacy.
Sex and intimacy.
And intimacy.
Yes.
Do they go
Yes.
together? Do they go together?
Hand
All
in
right,
hand.
we're going to talk about
Hand
that.
in hand.
We're going to
All
talk
the
about that.
time. Right.
We are talking about sex for women over 40. What is it like, y'all? What is it like for women over 40? We always open up with an amazing stat, because we got to get some education in this. So according to a 2023 survey by the North American Menopause Society, 61% of women 40 to 45 said their sex lives improved with age.
How about that?
How about
the whole
that?
society.
Ramat, are you 40?
America. I am 42. Excuse me. I'm 40. Yeah. I'm 41, but I'll be 42.
Come
Okay,
on.
look, 40,
Come on.
42
Very,
soon.
very
Hey, the reason that they said is because of better communication, confidence, and knowing what they want. So let's talk about what that means. Pleasure, confidence, and a sense of sexual agency that we go through as we grow in our midlife, and what that looks like. What that look. All right, so let's get into this discussion, y'all.
All right.
Let's make it. We're gonna make it juicy. All right, so we're gonna talk. We're gonna just jump in. So, do you think that confidence plays a bigger role than physical attraction at this age?
A bigger role?
A bigger role.
1,000%. 1,000%.
Yeah.
I feel, those of us, we get older, our bodies change. But I wasn't comfortable with myself. I had a bit of self-esteem issues, regardless of what people may have saw. And I'm going to just put this out there, I was a victim of sexual abuse. And so mentally, intimacy was very, I'm not going to say it wasn't good. I had moments of goodness, but I was sitting trying to think about younger days. Like, I don't recall like these passionate moments. It was more like, oh, I had this boyfriend, we had sex. But as I've matured, absolutely, because I am able to articulate better about what I want and what I absolutely will not do. I've got some deal breakers now, and not that I think I was more rigid, but yes, I'm more confident in how I feel.
Yeah.
I feel sexy.
Yeah,
I feel
I
sexy.
love
Even
that.
with the fupa and all. Okay.
Come on.
Let me tell y'all, they like the fupa. They like the fupa. Certain brothers. So who's next?
We'll jump in on that one. Confidence. I mean, I'll say for me, absolutely. I just really don't give a fuck. I am like, listen, if you are here, you are going to accept every bit of this body. Now, this is funny because I've never mentioned this to anyone before, but maybe a couple years ago, not that it's been that long since I've had sex, but I did come up with this for the right guy. I literally want him to unclothe me in full light, full daylight, bright light, sunlight, light bulbs, whatever, and look at me from the head to the toe. Because I want just see it. Just see me completely. And if you cannot, right, don't touch, right? Just see me fully. Because if you can't accept the stretch marks,
Right.
the fupa,
That's right.
Right.
all the
That's right.
things,
All of it.
because I accept it every single day,
Right.
then we're not meant. Now, again, I'm not saying it. I'm not. The right person will get that opportunity, and this is
Yes.
not an invitation from y'all.
Okay.
But,
We already
Put it
know.
out there.
right, do not be in my
Right.
DMs
Coming
talking about
for
can
it.
that be me?
Right.
But the
I'll
point
stare
is,
at you all day, baby. It's definitely coming. It's definitely coming.
listen.
Definitely
But I
coming.
feel like when I know the right man for that,
Yeah.
he's going to have waited for that opportunity. And we'll talk about the whole casualness in a minute. But the point is that my confidence is there. But I also need to know that you accept me fully. It's a song out there. I can't remember it right now to come to me where she talks about that, being able to accept, like, are you
Yeah.
good with
All of
me,
me.
fully. So yeah, but confidence.
I love it.
absolutely.
Love that.
Yeah.
Love that. And I just
Yeah.
on
Love
the
it.
final note with that, kind of image. When I was younger, it was effortless for me to be fit. It just had genetics, and then I had a child, and I was married when that happened. But I think it wasn't until I was single again at 41, 42, I realized Mama was voluptuous, and it was a different intake. And I went, oh my God, it was the younger men hitting on me, and then the older men, and it was like it was just a different.
Yeah.
And so it was more like, okay, I have a voluptuous sexiness that I didn't have before.
Yeah.
Which then lends itself to like, damn, but that's the confidence
Yeah.
of realizing what I had. And even still now I'm like, I gotta be mindful of
Yeah,
some places.
absolutely.
But the looks, I think, you just have to be confident no matter what age you are.
There you go.
Just love your body.
Just do
Age
it.
or
Love your
look.
body. And
Yeah.
get
whatever.
used to having a
Yeah.
vagina.
Yeah.
Look at it.
Yeah.
Talk to her.
Oh, that's a
Yeah.
good one too.
Yes.
That's a good one.
My God.
Not look at my vagina.
Why not? You made people with
What
that. A
am I
magical machine.
I will put a whole ass mirror down there, like,
Yes. Oh my
how
God.
you look? Hey, cutie.
I guess I have, but like, we should talk to her.
Yes. Oh my
It's-
God.
Everything is. This is life. It is full
Absolutely.
life.
It's a
I
magical
talk to my
portal.
plants.
Okay, what do
But
I
anyway,
say to her?
You
Hey,
say whatever
baby.
you want. Say
Yes.
what does your
Hi.
man say to her?
Wow. Is he beatboxing on
Oh,
her?
that's a good one.
Okay. All right.
That's a good one.
Clutch my pearls.
That's a good one.
Oh, we
Literally.
beyond that. But
That's a good
anyway,
one.
anyone else got anything?
I mean,
to
I
add
would
to that
say
one?
because I think everything that you're building on is about self-intimacy.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And like in that self-intimacy, whatever it looks like, whatever it is that you choose to do, it's like,
Yeah.
how are we being self-intimate? That elevates confidence. You know what I mean? It's like the ability to just be with ourselves
Yes.
wholly, fully, like you said, like look in the mirror. The question is, if that person is looking at you that way, then the expectation is that you two are looking at yourself and your
Ooh,
body that way
yes.
also, so that you too understand how it moves, right?
We
And
always make the chill moments. My skin be like
I know.
the goosebumps. Anyway, go ahead,
Mic
Bria.
drop.
but yeah, just I think this piece of like confidence for me has been about developing a different kind of intimacy with myself,
Right on.
in a way that I didn't know. Like I sensed it was possible, but I didn't experience it until I got onto the fourth floor.
Love that.
And just being able to understand that we evolve every single day.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like I'm becoming more and more intimate with myself every single day because I don't know me today. You know what I mean? Like I knew me as good as I could know myself. I knew her yesterday. I knew her an hour ago.
Yes.
But in this moment, and especially over brunch, you have an opportunity to get to know yourself newly and to look for something different in the conversation. That to me is a different kind of confidence.
Ooh,
You know what I mean?
love.
Yeah.
So
different.
good. Ooh, we.
Different.
Oh, we kicking off this conversation real good, real good. So when we think about communication, right? Like, how has communication with your partner, with yourself, the self-intimacy that Akua is mentioning, how has being more vocal about what you want? And I do think that it is speaking to ourselves, understanding ourselves first. What do I want? How has that really helped shape the way that you are now in terms of your intimacy, your sex life, your sensuality, all the things?
So I say, because both my husband and I are entrepreneurs, we be tired.
So tired.
And I think every
So
night we
tired.
find a way to be intimate with each other. And that is just putting everything down. And him rubbing my feet. And we talk and we, he watches me until I start dozing off and snoring, but
that.
he just wants to make sure that I feel good and I feel like I'm able to rest. So I think we're able to communicate in that way and say, we're here for each other. We're still connected. And all right, we're going to get up and do this again tomorrow, but we're going to always come back to this space.
That's so amazing. Yeah.
So
But
just
it
to
gives
kind
the
of,
space.
I was gonna say,
Yeah.
so to kind of rephrase what you're saying, it's basically your intimacy isn't always about penetration or release. It's more of the togetherness,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that.
Understanding like where you are in the moment.
Yes.
Like sex probably not gonna happen right now,
Yeah.
but I still love you. We're still gonna have this moment
Yes.
of like release of the day because
Yeah.
especially as entrepreneurs, we need it.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a tantricness about what if that's a word.
Yeah.
There's a tantricness about what Ramat just said, right? Like you can orgasm in so many ways, right? Like there's a mental orgasm, there's a physical orgasm, but the way that happens is not always through penetration. So
Absolutely.
you are satisfied because there are many women, and we know y'all out there, who have penetration sex who don't orgasm.
my
So we
gosh.
have to okay, Bree, you got some examples.
Bree got something.
No, I hold hands with so many women that are married to men that have never made them orgasm.
Yeah.
And I am like,
Right.
are you well? Blink twice if you need help. Like, who does that?
Yeah.
Who? And I mean, then I guess that goes back to what everybody's been saying about the intimacy thing. Maybe I guess that's there
Yeah.
for them. I actually have never. I mean, we dig deep, but I think I'm so astounded at the fact that I'm just like, so like, what do y'all do?
Yeah.
Like, I'm not sure how. But they really like they don't even know what it feels like or know what that is, and I think that's. I mean, I didn't know what it was in my 20s. I don't think.
Yeah. Me either. Yeah.
I think
But-
it's a complex situation because from non-orgasmic women, it could be psychological,
Absolutely.
especially if you're
Very
a
mental.
victim of sexual abuse. It could
Yeah.
just be that it could be religious. It could be, there's a lot of different things that go into that. But to your point, to be locked into a relationship where you are only with one person and the sex is not satisfying, I think that is something to be explored more because maybe some people, if you've never really achieved that, you don't know what you're missing. Me personally, I will say this. I absolutely don't compromise anymore. And I'm not saying you got to get me off or it's not going to work, but I was in a long-term relationship. I'm not going to put labels on it because I'm going to throw anybody. I used to fake orgasms because I just was so happy to be in that space. But once I finally came into myself, I was like, why am I doing this? This is trash.
Yeah.
But wait, just a quick question though,
Yeah.
because I probably didn't start having orgasms until, and I think that this lends itself to the confidence, but I didn't start having orgasms until probably in my late 30s. But when did I start having sex? Anyway, but
The mystery.
do we right? Do we think that sexual pleasure only comes when you do orgasm? Because that
No.
wasn't the case for
No,
me.
no,
Okay,
no,
because
no.
you can still enjoy it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But I'm just
1,000%.
saying,
Yes.
I don't.
That finish is amazing.
It is. It's amazing.
That release is
The
amazing.
And
transactional
I
piece is what
couldn't-
you're thinking about.
Yeah,
maybe.
and I couldn't
Yeah.
imagine, like, I know everybody has certain relationships and things like that, but
Right.
I could not imagine my relationship like
Without
without
it.
it.
Yeah.
And not we've been together for almost a decade now at this point. Like, it's so amazing.
Yeah.
Not every, sometimes it's like quick or whatever, but our connection is so
That's the
strong
word.
Yeah.
Yeah.
that I tell them all the time, like, if this is not going to be it, then I'll just be alone forever. Because I don't think that there is something like that.
You
Again.
got the creme de la creme. You're not going
Like,
back. You like, wait a minute.
so it's like,
yeah.
so when they tell me these things, like, I just couldn't imagine. I couldn't imagine.
Yeah.
I really couldn't.
Be
Like,
grateful because there's a lot of women that it's very much the Celie and Mr.
Yep.
type of
Yep.
situation where it's doing the business. on
Celie
you.
and
Yeah.
Mr. is
Yeah.
a reference to the color purple. If you do not
Right.
know it, watch it. Amazing. If you're over
Read the book,
40 and you're a
too.
black
It's a bit
woman,
more
you
vulgar.
know this.
But there
yeah.
are, and I mean, we've been there. I've had, like I said, I was in a relationship and it was very transactional, and it, and I would have to resort to other means in order to get that, to reach that point.
Yeah.
Or maybe there were substances involved, like alcohol, to kind of help move things along.
Yeah.
But but that's the confidence now, where I absolutely will not compromise my sensuality for anybody.
I think one of the things you said, well, the things both of y'all said, one, in terms of when you, just like anything, when you experience it, that you can't unexperience it.
Like first
right?
class seat.
However, right. However, if you haven't experienced it, you don't know what you're missing.
Right.
Right. And
True.
so you have, it's like, you might have a sense of what it could be like, right? But until you actually have experienced it, then you can build more of the confidence, like, well,
Right.
I'm not compromising,
Right.
But to your point, it's so complex because whether it's sexual trauma, whether there's so many layers.
Some men early
but
ejaculate and that's it.
That's it
leave you
too.
hanging.
Yeah.
Not thinking about you, but that
Crazy.
point, there was something you said, Ondi, about that's connected to this around, but when you came into yourself.
Oh, yes. Absolutely.
But I need us to hear that when you came
literally
into yourself.
That's what she said.
You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
When you come into yourself,
Mhm.
there's a different kind of openness. There's a different kind of
There's no more
boundary. There's no more
I'm not doing
compromise
that. Not in this
for who
intimate
you are.
space.
Not in this
I'm not
intimate space,
compromising
right?
that.
You know,
Right.
it's like,
Yeah.
but if you can come into yourself in many ways.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm
Really?
saying?
Yeah.
In
Yes.
so many ways, but we have to come into ourselves. And when we do, there's no compromising our sexual
No.
expression, our
No.
fullness of who we are.
No.
Because
It
you
happened
know.
over and over and
Yes,
over again.
yes.
And I think
yes.
too,
And it can
I
happen
think,
the
over
I think
best.
and
too,
over and
as
over
we
again.
age, as we age, the intimacy is not about making people anymore, right?
No.
If we've lost that ability based on menopause, or maybe you just chose not to. So it's not, the transactional piece really isn't.
Oh wow.
It's off the table.
It's pure
Yeah.
pleasure.
It's-
It's meant
it's
to
a
be pure
pleasure
pleasure
and
Yeah.
connectedness.
And connectedness.
Right.
Yeah,
You ever
cried?
absolutely.
Of
You
course.
not cry? Oh, I have cried. Listen, I
Oh,
see
yeah.
colors.
Yeah.
When it's that,
Oh, wow.
it is, y'all.
I
Okay, but
see.
I'm looking for that color. Come on.
It's coming,
Guys,
girl.
it's
But let's-
insane.
Whoa, that
And
sounds
this is
amazing.
not like the intoxicating part that I think that it literally is a drug, right? Like when you release, it is a drug. It is
there's-
called,
it's
and
hormones
but
that
the
are
biggest
happening,
thing is the
endorphins and-
connectedness. I haven't seen colors with people that I wasn't really connected with.
To the point you were saying,
Yeah.
Bree, of like your deep connection.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, y'all.
Mm.
That was beautiful. I think that
Come on,
I
colors.
know our over 40 right.
Come on, colors. Can we cheer the
Crying.
colors?
Yes, cheers to the
Cheers to the colors.
See a spectrum of things. Okay.
As women over 40, I think they think that we don't have it. Andy mentioned when it's no longer a means of bringing life into the world, right?
Yeah.
Oftentimes, women are seen as machines that we produce this output of human beings. But we have sexual pleasures too, and they don't die after 40. They don't die in perimenopause. They don't die in menopause. So,
They resurrect sometimes.
right.
You better
Come back
believe
alive.
that.
Exactly.
You're 20 again.
So, what are
I'm
some
40.
of the myths? Right. What are some
Yeah.
of the myths that y'all want the audience to know? Y'all want those men out there watching to know about sex, your sexuality as an over 40 woman. What do you want to? What we putting to bed? We burying it today.
Yeah.
What we burying?
Honestly, I thought about this question. I don't know any myths.
Oh, I know
I
some.
think I just don't. And I mean, I'm not saying it. I just don't know any myths. My experience is my experience, and that's how I am
Yeah.
about everything in life. Because we know sometimes the data doesn't reflect all of those individuals that are looking at that information.
Yeah.
So for me, if there was a myth, it was that you slow down, or if if you don't use it, you lose it. And I find that to be just astonishing. Because we don't lose your need, you don't lose parts of it's there, but I do believe that as we are entering perimenopause and menopause, from an Ayurvedic perspective, intimacy, sex is important because it will help you go through that journey. It just like you said, it releases these chemicals. It gives us a sense of peace.
It,
And
right,
it doesn't
calms
have
you
to be another
down.
person in the room for that to happen.
Fixes your
The
whole.
edge off.
It does. I go to sleep better.
Listen,
It'll change my whole life.
It really does. There are
Oh.
moments where I'm like, oh, I just I mean,
I took
it
my
would be
rose to New
so
York City with
good.
me and left it. Okay,
Y'all,
I'm still mad
I
about
have a
that.
question about the whole toy thing, but we'll come back to that.
Yeah.
I think so. A myth for me is kind of as I open this particular question that women that we do not want it as much.
Yes. That our appetites are different. Right.
That's not true, or that we aren't as lubricant. We're not as wet.
They're not wet,
moist,
wet enough.
Got it.
That's not true.
Yeah, I find that to
Kill
be
it,
completely
dead
the
it, put it
opposite.
under the soil because that's not true, audience. We really need y'all brunchers because we know y'all brunchers. No, and if there, we want to hear what y'all have to say. Put your questions and put your feedback. What's your experience with this? What myths have you heard? Because it's not true.
Right.
I am 45 years old. I said I want to have sex until I'm 80 at least, and I want to enjoy it. I mean, I might not be bouncing off the walls. I'm not bouncing off the walls now because that's not intimacy for me. But what are the myths? What do y'all think? What have y'all heard about
I
us?
just wanted to say that to, I guess, let you back off of that. I think women in their 40s are more in tune with their bodies and taking
Absolutely.
care of themselves.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
Hopefully.
a few of those myths are, we hydrated out here. Like,
Drinking
my water,
minding our business.
We drinking Coke.
Drinking our water. Coconut water. Okay.
Yeah, coconut water.
Yeah. We're taking more care of ourselves, and like that's a part of it.
Yeah.
We working out more. We getting back into it, being physically fit. That increases your.
And some
libido.
of
That's
Yes,
a thing.
it
That working
does.
out.
Ooh,
Man.
Like,
Yeah.
Ready.
do I have
All the time.
testosterone? We do have
Literally.
testosterone, but it's like, it's
Ready
really pumped up.
all the time.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
move your body. If you're
Move your
not
body.
moving your body,
Yeah.
move
Your body.
your body.
Yes,
Move your body.
Agree.
Start
agree.
somewhere.
Yeah.
Take a
Start
walk.
somewhere. Take a walk.
Seriously,
Walk.
15
Right.
minutes. There's
Yes.
no pity parties around here.
Right on.
But that's another listen that we will absolutely be talking about that. I think it's super important, but it's overall health.
Yeah.
Everything is interconnected. So if you're not
Yes.
eating right, if you're not nourishing your body properly, if we have diabetes and high blood pressure, and all those things do affect our sex organs
Yes.
as women, just like they do as men.
Right.
So I think that's super, super valid. But
Yes.
all right,
Because
y'all.
you're going to be sore either way. I mean, I'm just saying.
feel good
You
about
could
it.
either.
Right, I feel
Exactly.
good about it.
Exactly.
Right. Okay.
All right, let's talk about these men.
Uh-oh.
We are obviously women who are, we're confident, right? We're moving into, and it's not to say, and I'm not suggesting at all that I am always confident because that is not the case, but I am far more confident than I was in my 20s and my 30s. And as I continue to evolve and do this work, it gets even better. But as women over 40 who are aligned with who we are, do y'all think these men can handle us?
Certain men.
How have
Yeah.
they handled?
Certain
Which
types of
ones?
men.
Let's call them to the table.
Bring them forth.
Bring them to
For your-
brunch. Just
for your-
bring
Bring
them
them
to brunch.
forth.
Are we speaking for you?
Oh.
Are we speaking for me?
Oh,
Are we
no.
seeking?
Don't
Hey.
personalize.
Oh, listen, we can see.
For
I mean, I am
you.
single, but don't just jump in my DMs if you ain't ready. So, anyway, go ahead.
all this.
No,
All of this.
I
For
think,
all of
I think, I mean, the truth is, yes, of course they are. But I feel like that's going back to, do you know yourself? What's important to you? And what are you attracting? And I'll
Yeah.
just put this out here. When I was married for my entire 30s and some of my early 40s, but when I stepped back outside, it was like, oh my God, this is a whole different level of dating. I was in a different city as a mature adult trying to date, and it was a different pool.
I got all the
Thought
questions.
it was garbage in the pool, but I realized, like, okay, there's an abundance of men. Let's just start with that.
Yes,
But then when you
agree.
start looking at what's important, is there a mental connection, spiritual connection? Do we like the
part.
same things? Do we sleep
That
at the
part.
same time? What temperature do you need? There's little things that when you start making
cool.
a connection, right? Making connection, I think that it starts to slim down a
Yeah.
little bit, right? And that's okay, because
Yeah.
it's not everybody should not be for you.
Yeah, because it's not just sex, right? Like we are
No, at all.
far more full. Y'all tell me what y'all
Are
think.
you dating?
No.
Me?
Mhm.
Kinda.
Yeah.
I think I was in a situationship
Yeah.
and decided that it was time to end, even though I'm kind of regretting that decision just a little bit.
Uh-oh. Listen, you can always throw back.
Right.
Yeah, but
Getting
but
Hey,
cold
big
outside.
head. What is
No.
it? Hey, it's cuffing
But-
season.
No,
Are you
but
ready?
see, that's it. I haven't been single in so long. Like I'm
Yeah,
ready.
sometimes
I'm
you
ready
need
to
that
just
time
take
yeah.
that space
Yeah.
for myself, but still very much love men.
Yeah.
Okay. What y'all think? Are these men? I know you're married.
I mean, well, I would just
Just
say,
in your
listen,
experience.
go, Ramat.
No, go ahead.
No.
It's all you.
I mean, I was gonna say, like,
We got
I
nothing.
think the context of handle, I'm looking at it from the perspective of handle with care.
Ooh.
You know what I mean? It's like, and I think that anyone can handle a woman.
Yeah.
Handling a woman, right? Can they hold her? Can they
Right.
handle her with care, with tenderness? I think that there's swaddle. Come on, swaddle. Come on, swaddle.
Seriously.
And this is like back to the intimacy thing. I think that like men who are capable of being intimate, you know, like that it is not, you're not a tool and I'm not a tool. You know what I'm saying? Like this is a mutual exchange of energy, of, to your point, like psychologically, emotionally, spiritually, physically, it's all of that. You know what I mean? And at this point, if we're not handling each other with care, we're not doing good for anybody. You know what I'm saying? Because that means when we leave each other's space, you're going back in the world with venom. I'm not interested in that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just not interested. And
That's
so
the
thinking
part.
about, you know, like, how do we care for each other, even in the dating phase? You know, I haven't dated in a nice little amount of time.
You need to
I refuse to put time on it. Okay, I refuse to put a number on it.
You don't have to.
And so I will not.
Are you
However,
open and ready?
but I'm open and ready. The difference now is coming to be yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like coming to be myself. There was a phase where I didn't know if I was making decisions because that's what I wanted to do, or if that was like the voices of my parents, or if that was the voices of other people. Like I couldn't distinguish. Is that my voice? Is that someone? And I used to have those conversations with myself, like, is this me? And so now I'm like, well, I'm just, one of my mantras, one of my scripts, one of the things that I say to myself is, every day in every way, I get better and better and better at being me.
Y'all write that down.
Okay.
Give her
And then
credit.
the other
Every
every morning, every day. And then the next one is, every day in every way, I get stronger and stronger and stronger. Because as we're becoming better at being ourselves, we need strength. You know, like, because there are moments where it is not comfortable. You know what I mean? And like, because I don't know who I am.
Yeah.
You definitely don't know who I am.
Not yet.
Not yet. But, you know, sometimes I think we know each other. You know what I mean? It's like, yeah, but I know you because remember, but that was like 24 hours ago. Do you know how much has happened within
And you have permission to
24
change and
hours?
evolve.
We all have permission to change and evolve. And so even those who don't feel equipped, men, because some of us are open, you know, even those who don't feel equipped right now, you can always develop care. You know what I'm saying? Like, because I wasn't always caring with myself. You know what I mean? It's like, but you can develop it over time if you have this burning desire to like be more caring to ourselves. Then, you know, like, then the man can handle me with care.
Oh, I
you know?
love that.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Y'all, I know Ramat wanted to put a little pin in that, but you want to close it out?
No.
Listen, Akua will drop. Akua is queen of mic drops.
I want to, what is it? Veggie back, take a bite, whatever. I'm gonna
you
just
wanna
talk.
do. Correct.
As for the you don't know me, I think for us being in long-term relationships, it's like a constant getting to know. I'm getting to know myself.
Unpacking.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
And then you're accepting this new version of me, and I'm accepting the new version of you
every day.
Like, and it just, you know, in relationships, it's like ebbs and flows because we're going through. Now we're two people going through figuring out who we are. Like,
we're gonna have to. I cannot wait to. Y'all, this is so the. I don't want to over. Go ahead.
no, that was it.
Okay, I just y'all with this. We're gonna expand on this in
can I ask
future
one
episodes.
Because I'm just so curious. You mentioned it, Ramat, in terms of like how you make time for each other. So I'm just curious, like the creativity, like what's the most creative thing that you feel like you've done in your relationships to make sure that as you two are growing individually and that you're still growing together? Like, was there like the most creative thing that you did to like root in together inside of that new level of growth, you know, of changing.
Intimately? Or
I think all of it is intimately.
okay.
You know what I mean?
think
It just,
I mean,
not
I
just
was
sex,
saying,
but like just
from
intimately.
a sexual part, like if
No.
we're having a lull, what do? I'll pop up at the job if that's the case.
Listen, with her nurse outfit on.
Come on.
Bree, listen, y'all. Bree is
Come
Scorpio.
on.
I mean, a Scorpio. Sorry, y'all. Oops, sorry. But
I
only
love
with her
that.
man.
I love that.
Do y'all have something to have
I
on
love
man?
that. I love that.
I'm trying to think.
Think about it, because I would almost feel that it evolves over time and it's not so pointed.
Yeah.
It does
like
evolve over time.
Yeah.
Like I don't
that's
know
what
a
it is.
random.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I feel like you want to wash my hair.
Oh my
Oh
god.
my God.
That's
Dante
a
did
good
that
one.
once. Oops, sorry. Scratch that.
Okay.
Take his
Where is he
name out of
washing
that.
your hair? Which hair?
He did that one time,
Washing my hair.
and he will never fucking do it again.
Look at this
He
hair.
was combing it, and I was like, "Oh my god!"
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Never mind.
You have to show him how to be gentle.
You got
But that can
And
be
I had
very
surgery. I was
almost
like,
12 years
"No,
of-
Yeah.
I know.
never again."
evolution.
Washing
He's
your
gotten
hair.
way better.
That's
Yeah.
amazing.
It
But
has
I
to
That's
evolve.
rewatched
amazing.
it. And
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, babe, come on.
Now you watch it. Now your turn.
Okay, I
Oh,
do
I
have a
love that.
question now. I want to understand. This is a good one, y'all. Over time, how has the idea of good sex evolved? You know, now versus when you were in your 20s or your 30s or your early 30s and your 20s or whatever. Like, how has this evolved? Like, what does good sex look like for you?
You're not having good sex in your 20s, babe.
You just having sex.
You're just
you
not.
just fucking.
You're fucking. You are fucking.
You're fucking for
And
point.
it's not happening. It doesn't matter. Like, I don't think I
You
ever
learn how to-
once
yeah.
called up my girl in my 20s and was like, we
Put
just
it
fucked. It was
down.
so good. Blah, blah, blah. Never once. Like,
I came, he came.
literally.
Right. I guess
Right.
as someone coming out of a almost, it was a long-term situationship. It was just like, wow, my body can do that.
Yeah.
That's what kept me
Definitely
going back.
had
It was
that
just,
minute.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just, it was incredible. I'm gonna get vulgar. I don't want to change back to space, but like realizing that my vagina could do things that I had not experienced in a more longer term relationship was like, what on earth was I
Were you
doing?
a little embarrassed?
Was it
ever?
just like,
No, because my partner was very open to all the things that were
Yeah.
happening, right? And I think that also makes a big difference.
because the
You-
vagina farts?
No, I'm not talking about farting.
But it does.
What
No,
are you
I
talking
know
about?
that. But I mean, from an embarrassment perspective, like it does.
That's what Richard
It's
Pryor
like,
said, right?
I think I
Talking to your daddy.
We know about a queef. I'm talking about peeing all over you. Like,
So
Well,
okay, so why
right.
is this now good? So it's good sex because you're
It's amazing.
because
It
you're
was
mate.
I'm
you-
in tune.
because your body is doing things that you
Yes.
thought it could never
Yeah,
do.
if you
Yep.
get up
It's
and the
doing
bed
backflips.
is soaking
That
wet,
part.
Yeah, it's like you got to
That part.
change the sheet,
Oh,
babe.
you know
Who's getting the towel?
Don't
Nobody.
sit down. Right.
Nobody.
Literally, a whole body print of just
sleep on the
wet
couch.
You get to go to bed over here
whole
dry.
towel. I'm so tired.
Are
of
we
just
talking
fucking
about
Leave the towel
right?
there.
I'm going to bed.
And
I
guess what?
can't.
Most of that excretion is from the woman when she squirts, but
Oh, for sure. All of it.
it
All
is.
of it's
It
me.
really is. And if you have not had that experience,
I did it.
DM me. Maybe we can talk about how to get that done. Anyway, sorry, y'all. Okay.
There's a little lever in there. You have
Okay,
to
then.
press that lever.
Tell me for y'all, like how has it evolved
Seriously.
in your what's good
Level-
sex
level
now
4.
for y'all? Level 4?
That's, like,
The fourth floor?
Fourth floor, right?
Fourth
Floor.
floor.
Fourth floor.
I
I'll
mean,
let you go.
I've known these things for a while.
She's a Scorpio too. I mean Scorpio. Sorry.
I mean, I'm a
And I'm born of one.
sexually accomplished woman.
Hey.
Accomplishments.
What do you mean?
Accomplishments.
Your mother is listening. Your mother is listening. You
What
better
does that
explain.
What are the
That
metrics
means
on that?
that
Just
I
kidding.
know what I know what I like. I know what
Very confident.
I've
Yeah.
known that for a while, and I think that goes back to also having a mother who made it comfortable for me.
That
You know
matters.
what I'm
Love
saying?
that.
Explore your body, explore yourself,
Yeah.
be confident in that. If can't nobody get you off, you should be able to get you.
Yeah.
So
I think I'm scared of my 12-year-old because I talk about which I'm like, you have to understand that. She's like, Mom.
Yeah,
it's important for
It's
the mom
very
to
important. I
talk
have
about
talked
it.
about sex with my children since they were 3.
Absolutely.
And it has always been, even just from
The
the,
anatomy.
I don't care if any, like, it was always for me because of things that happened in my childhood
Exactly.
to make sure that they were protected.
Yes.
My kids are 25 and 22, and I still be like, you sure ain't nobody ever touch you? Because
Exactly.
it matters.
Yes,
and
it
I
does.
was not going to make the conversation taboo. It was very taboo in my house.
Yes.
So I did have the shame
shame.
in my
Yes.
youth. I would literally picture my mother, y'all. It was that bad. it was that bad for me. So it has evolved, and I'm like, fuck that. Like, I'm who I am.
How do you talk to them about it?
Oh, I talked to them. Just
Great
it
question.
was interesting because I just started talking to them about the importance of protecting their sexual organs,
Okay,
but
that's
also
what I
just
was like-
understanding that this is your vagina. We did not say little
It's
cute
your
words.
penis,
This is
or-
your penis. We said
Yes.
vagina and penis.
Okay.
We're not talking about cuckoo and coochies and all that
Right,
stuff.
pocketbook.
I say
Pocketbooks. We're not
private.
doing that. Well, I think the way that I referenced it with them was these are your private parts. They
Yeah.
are
That
yours.
you keep them
Yeah,
private.
exactly.
That's
but
what I
this
tell
is a
them.
vagina and this is a penis. Like we're
Okay.
not, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm
yeah.
not calling it
Make it clear what
right.
it
We're
is.
gonna make it clear what it is.
Flower.
This is
Yeah,
not your
I know,
flower,
I know,
right?
yeah, I know.
But it
Yeah.
is
Nobody should be
private
sniffing
and
it.
it's protected, right? So but we were very much so, and I say we because a lot of things I will say that often because my sisters and I are obviously the same mother, and not to degrade my mother or anything like that because it's generational, right?
Yeah.
It was taboo when I got my period. I was very, very ashamed.
Right.
I made sure that my daughter, I let her know from the very moment that this is you stepping into womanhood. We will celebrate. But that said, in my right now, good sex for me is a connectedness. It's not like I can have casual sex, like, and it's not that I don't do this often, but I'm not necessarily in love with someone in that way. That connection, once that connection grows and builds, then we're able to really align more deeply.
Right on.
And that's what I call good sex, right? So, all right. But any other thoughts on that?
Last thing was,
Yes,
and
of
I noticed for
course.
me, it was a willingness to give more. Right. And so I have a half sister who's got a really large platform when it comes to intimacy. And she had these segments about giving a blowjob with gratitude. Right. And I thought the funniest thing when I was like, what are you talking about? It's crazy. Until it happened. I was like, oh, I get it now because you can tell that my partner was receiving that gratitude. And it just made for the experience that much more amazing and lovely.
I love that.
Yep.
Yeah. We talked a little bit about this already. So what role does emotional connection play now? And is it essential or can you still enjoy casual sex? I kind of touched on this already for me, but would love to hear you all's thoughts.
I'm not casual.
Well, you're not
I'm not,
casual.
and that's why it had to end. Because I realized for all of that amazing intimacy and beautiful time together, not just, but it wasn't enough.
Yeah.
It wasn't
Yeah.
enough. I'm a complete, whole, beautiful being, and I have this whole
Absolutely, you
pantheon
are.
of things that I want to offer and share with someone. And it's fair. I mean, he was honest. It was just me being in denial because I was just so caught up in that space, and I realized this isn't working.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go over here.
Ugh, I think that is like real. So I tend to have a separation. I know what is like casual, right?
Me
Like
too, I
and it's I don't see myself loving these people though, right? Like they're not that type. Don't get me wrong, it's not that they're not good people,
Right,
but there's
right.
something structurally about them that's just not long term
It's
for
not
me.
aligned.
So
Yeah.
I can just every once in a while be with you in that way. The man that has to wait is the man that I value. And they won't get that. And I remember years ago, I was seeing this guy and I told him that I didn't want to have sex because I actually saw myself going somewhere with him. Meanwhile, I was seeing somebody else. But that's what he was for. That's what that guy was for. But this guy was to grow. Now, maybe I was a little bit too honest about it because he didn't like that. And I get it. Right. I know. Aquarius.
better to be that.
Aquarius, y'all. My head is in
hindsight, hindsight
But I
2020.
was
Never be too
honest.
honest. You can never be too honest in these
Right, but I
moments.
think it was me being true with him. Like, look, I want us to actually build beyond something
That's right.
that's just sex. So I don't, I already have somebody for that. And if he had somebody for that, I would not have cared. I'm just not that person either. Until we grow into something structured and strong,
Right.
do you, boo? Right? Like we're not having sex. The person I am having sex with, we have an agreement. You and I are trying to grow into something, and when we grow into that deads
Maybe I should
immediately.
reconsider, don't
So
you think?
I mean, but my heart was not attached. The difference is that I am literally very compartmentalized. I am not attaching my heart to somebody that I'm just
I don't
sleeping
know how
with.
to do that.
Yeah.
I'm working
Yeah,
on
I couldn't-
unattaching.
I
That's
couldn't
the
do
thing
that.
for me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm an Aquarius.
I'm a
Yeah.
Leo. I'm so
Yeah,
loyal.
I
I'm
couldn't
like,
do
you
it.
are mine. We're together. And
yeah.
you're like, nah.
It's an interesting thing. But anyway, we gotta keep it moving, y'all. All right, so
They'd be like, that's my job.
what do you tell women? What do you tell women, just to close this out? What do you tell women approaching 40 who feels that she's past her prime? What do you think? If she getting like,
You're stepping into it.
Yeah, you're just getting started.
This is like the best time.
Yeah.
You pass your 20s being broke and don't know what the fuck's going
This is a
on.
rites of passion.
Then you got in your 30s, you got a little bit of money, and you kind of know what's you
looking
want,
good,
whatever.
right,
You
right.
know, you're coming into like self-care and I am woman and blah, blah, blah. I feel like 40, I'm gonna fucking blow the rooftop.
I know you are.
We already know, Bree.
know
Like I
you
was like
are.
so
Yeah.
excited for 30.
I'm gonna be sitting there like, girl.
40,
We saw it coming.
whole next level.
Absolutely.
The upper
I think it's just
room.
have fun.
Go on.
Have fun. Have fun. Be careful.
Yes.
Like to your point, guard your heart,
Guard
especially
your
if
heart.
you're somebody like me, like I'm what's considered like an anxious attacher, which I think I'm moving
Love
towards
it, girl.
more secure, right?
Mhm.
That's what the whole singlehood is about for me. But have fun, be mindful, and just communicate. I wasn't good at communicating my needs, especially from an emotional standpoint. I could talk about sex all day,
Yeah.
but that emotional piece, be vulnerable to, right? Be vulnerable.
Mm.
But to your point, we should hopefully, my daughter's still a little bit young, but a lot of our women in our 40s have had their kids, they're traveling. I got girlfriends that's jet set. I'm like, hey, I gotta go.
Keep a flight booked too.
Keep a flight book.
True.
And for those that are who don't have children, live.
Yeah.
Live and enjoy and go somewhere else and have coffee in the morning just because you can.
Yes.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Yeah.
I
Yep.
love that.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna get one question from our Ask Auntie. We have a question from one of you all out there who submitted, and Bree's gonna kick us off there. We're gonna answer this question for y'all, our nieces.
Drum roll.
Okay. Here we go. I was, I had to analyze them, because it's Ask Auntie. Okay.
Yes, honey.
Y'all gonna have that on the T. Ask Auntie. The brunch hers.
We here, baby.
Here we go. What would you tell your younger self about embracing pleasure and confidence?
Don't fake. Don't fake.
If it ain't good, it's not good.
Yes.
I would say take a beat. You know what I'm saying? Honestly, like your body is going to tell you. I don't know how old y'all were when y'all started watching the movies and all of a sudden y'all got them little feelings and you're like, there goes my hand. What am I feeling?
Watch between the
It's
lines. If you're old like
feeling.
me, Skinamax, we could like watch between the wavy lines. And the skin flicks.
Oh my God, I remember that. Oh,
Yeah.
that's a throwback for real. But back when your TV had static on it, but y'all know nothing about that. But I would say take a beat. Listen to your body, be in tune with it,
Yes.
but don't release it to just anybody, right?
That's right.
Because there is, while we're talking about our sexual experiences through our 20s and 30s, if you are not careful, you will also create sexual trauma in your 20s and 30s.
indeed.
Or
It
get a
could
venereal
be-
disease.
That would be traumatic. But you want to really think about it. And if you have to, don't be ashamed to touch yourself. If you touch yourself, it's better than somebody else touching you in a way that does not consider you.
Right.
And I can't remember how Akua said it, but she touched on that a little bit earlier. But just take a beat.
Yeah.
Take a beat, really.
Also, you were like, I want you to stare at me naked. Stare at yourself naked and
Yeah.
talk to
Love-
your
Ooh,
pussy.
yeah.
Because that's what they told me to do.
Get a mirror, put it down there,
That's
look at it.
Girl, how you doing?
Touch her.
Literally.
Yeah.
Tell her hello.
Right. What else y'all got,
Tell her what you
aunties?
want.
Right. Before you get to touch
What
it.
did you just
No,
say?
Tell her what you want.
Tell her what you want, what you really, really want. And then tell him. Ask her and then
Right,
tell
and
him.
then tell him.
But take that
Yeah.
beat. Who else got something?
I mean, I'll say to that point too, like wherever you're at on your journey, it's yours, and I think Bree said that, someone said that, but it's your journey, and there are so many ways to play with yourself. You know what I mean? It's like you're gonna literally,
Playing literally.
you know what I'm saying? Literally, physically, there's so many ways. And I think it's like, if we get too caught up in having to be pleased by someone outside of ourselves, then when we are pleased by someone outside of ourselves, we don't really know the barometer for pleasure. You know what I mean? It's like, but if you can cultivate practices of like pleasing yourself, and literally, for me, pleasing myself is going for long walks. I used to go for 8-hour walks. And I was like, and I'm not going home until I'm clearer than I left this place. Like I'm just going to walk. That's pleasure to me. Clarity is pleasure to me. You know what I mean? It's like, so whatever it is, cultivate it within yourself, come into yourself. Because then it gets better, and then it just gets easier to determine and understand what actually pleases you from a man or whatever your sexual preference is. You know what I'm saying?
Uncompromising about it.
Uncompromising about it. You know what I mean? Because it pleases you. So you're like, well, that doesn't please me. So I'm a no. But I'm a yes over here, and you keep it moving.
Oh my God! Okay, y'all.
So many gems.
The aunties have answered.
The aunties, listen, y'all brunchers 'S because this table is yours. I have to remind you. Please let us know how you answer that question. Let us know how you answer our babies
In
our
the comments.
In the comments, yes.
What do we tell our younger
In our
selves?
DMs.
What do we tell our younger selves? All right.
Yeah.
Thank you so much to the beautiful Cleveland Breakfast Club. We had an amazing breakfast. I had the veggie omelet. It was so good. What did you have?
I had a veggie omelet.
You did too. I had the fried green tomatoes and some
Catfish.
avocado.
Yes.
Catfish and grits.
Catfish and grits. She said it was cheesy too, y'all.
I picked off my friends.
And that's okay too.
Yes, it is.
You buy a bunch at the brunch and
Exactly.
you share.
Oh, that's good.
So we appreciate the Cleveland Breakfast Club. Again, big shout out to Sean Wynn for allowing us in his space. Shout out to Breakthrough Sounds for being our production. They always do an amazing job. The energy, the vibe here. We're going to leave y'all with 3 songs that's on topic. The first one is Jill Scott, Crown Royal, which
Crown Royal all night.
There you go.
That was when I said this earlier. Jill Scott was coming in. I think she was in her 40s perhaps when she
yeah.
you
I
could just
think
tell.
so.
Just look at the album art.
Yeah,
You can tell.
it's incredible.
Was that before
She
or
was
after
confident.
she got beat in that movie?
I don't know. But in real life, I think she
Y'all,
made a
this
person.
one will always throw you a curveball. It's
Yeah.
always good though.
she get
The
beat
next
in
one
the
we're gonna
movie?
talk about tweets.
Sexuality.
Oops.
There
Oh
goes
my.
shirt.
over my head. Oh my. This one is about self-pleasure. Look up Sweet Song. This was one we used to rock to back in the day.
Take it back.
Taking it all the way
I
back.
believe in that.
And Adina Howard, y'all remember Adina Howard? We know if y'all over
my
40.
birthday
Y'all
twin.
remember. Oh, birthday twin Adina Howard. Scorpio
T-shirt.
season.
How's it go?
Scorpio season. There's gonna be a
remix.
lot of freaks out there. Anyway, t-shirts and my panties. Y'all go listen to these songs. We always want to leave y'all with a vibe. We are closing this table. Make sure you follow us, like, share, subscribe. Send this to the over 40. Listen, and our nieces, because we represent in our we're
our closing ritual.
yes, and we're gonna do our closing ritual. We're gonna pass the plate. We're gonna leave something for y'all. This is something for y'all to take away.
Oh my
Women over
fucking
40.
gosh.
What are we passing today? I'm gonna start with Ondi because she reminded me.
Oh no.
Yes.
I was just gonna say, just be kind to yourself, love yourself, and look at your vagina.
Loving kindness and look at your vagina. Put the mirror there. Put the mirror. To
I'm
yourself.
gonna leave. Don't be afraid to squirt.
And if you need a
It's
lesson,
good. It's great. Just
what
release
are we
it.
passing the table with? What we putting on the plate, Akua?
Oh my God. Play.
y'all.
Just play. Just play.
That's gonna be mine.
That's gonna be-
Enjoy yourself, baby.
Enjoy
Enjoy
yourself. And I'm gonna
yourself.
say, touch my body. Anyway, do what you want to do to make sure that you enjoy it fully, and always take a beat. All right, now we're gonna close this up. Follow us, like, subscribe, share. We want to hear y'all feedback, y'all comments, y'all questions. We love y'all. Thank y'all. Cheers to the Cleveland Breakfast Club. We out, y'all. This brunch table is closed.